I know, but moving on. There's a community out here called FJA,
Mm.
and there's a rival community outside of that called AJA.
Mm.
And MVP is up in the air right now, and a lot of people can get it. Your boy Saquon, Lamar Jackson. We just mentioned Lamar Jackson, but Josh Allen is the front runner right now for MVP. He's never won the AJ. So I want to ask you a question: is he really, in your eyes, the NFL's MVP?
In my eyes,
In your eyes,
he's done an amazing job with what he has. Because going into this season, you know what I was saying, man. You ain't got Diggs no more. You ain't got Diggs. Now they did go get Amari Cooper. I'm just throwing it out there. They did go get him, but I'm just saying you ain't got Diggs. You know, I don't feel like you have enough on defense. And Josh Allen has been lights out. Like I said, I think back to me, the biggest game he's played this year was that game against the Lions. And I know their defense is not good this year, but the stuff he was doing on that field, bro, I'm like, yo, this is out of this world. It was mad impressive. Is he the MVP of the league? I can't give it to him, Joe. I hate when we do this. And I'm going to hate doing this now at this point because I didn't set up and argued with a Ravens fan all day today. I argued with a Ravens fan all day today, but I stay true to myself. And I always make sure I step on the mic with integrity and speak that real no matter what's going on. Lamar Jackson is the league MVP, bro. He's the league MVP, bro. I don't understand. I can't stand when the voters get, what is it called? Voters, I forget what it's. They get tired. Yes, there it is. Voters fatigue, and they get tired of voting for the same guy for MVP and this, that, and the third. Lamar Jackson got a better completion percentage than this man. He got more passing yards than this man. He throws the ball downfield for more yards per attempt than this man. He got a better TD to interception ratio than this man. He has a better quarterback rating than this man. He has more rushing yards than this man. He has more total touchdowns than this man. And he about to win his division the same way Josh Allen is going to win his division. Lamar Jackson has simply been better this year. He's been better this year while winning his division. I know a lot of people want to throw Burrow out there. Get Burrow out of here. I don't care. Me personally, I don't care. I'm not trying to hear nothing about Joe Burrow being MVP when Joe Burrow ain't winning his division and might not make the playoffs. I'm just not trying to hear it. Now, if he makes playoffs, maybe we can revisit. But at this point right now, bro, it's Lamar Jackson. The last thing I'll say is this, bro. I always read into this. I know people don't like reading into it, and it happened earlier in this season, but people tend to forget because it happened so early in the season. Joe, I think we saw these two MVP candidates go tit for tat.
We sure did.
I think we saw them line up. And when they lined up, Lamar Jackson flat out outplayed Josh Allen.
Woo!
Josh Allen had one of his worst games of the year against a defense that is not that good. I just won. Ravens defense ain't that good, especially at that time of the year. It was not that good. Josh Allen had one of his worst games of the year against Lamar Jackson, who went out there and played out of his mind. And so I'm looking at this, yo. I know Josh has had a great season. I know the MVP voters, they want to give it to Josh Allen, right? Because it's Josh Allen, and he's never got it. And, you know, Josh Allen is a great player, and we want him to be rewarded somehow, some way, right? That's kind of what it feels like. But has he been better than Lamar this year? No, I don't think so. I don't think he's more valuable than Lamar is to his team at this point. Well, actually, that maybe could be a little debatable. I ain't gonna lie. But the numbers support Lamar, and I think the eye test also supports Lamar. And for the people out there, I hate to bring this up again, but for the people out there that said Saquon Barkley, if he got the rushing record, he was gonna be MVP. No, he wasn't. He gonna get Offensive Player of the Year, but he was still gonna go to one of these two quarterbacks, either Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, because it's a quarterback award. You got to go above and beyond, and even that won't be enough to get the MVP award. I personally got to go with Lamar Jackson, man. But I'll say this, Joe. He can't choke away the division. Don't choke away the division. Still the division. Yeah, Lamar. Win the division. I forget who they play this week. I think it's
they play the Browns.
Yeah, so yes. You got to beat you can't fold against the Browns. Right, and somehow the Steelers win their last game and win the division. Then I might have to give it to Josh. I'm not gonna lie to you, but win this Saturday. I think it's Lamar's to lose, honestly.
Like you said, it's Lamar Jackson, man. It's Lamar Jackson. Listen, man, I said it. I said Josh Allen, he gonna have his best MVP shot. Like this gonna be his best MVP case year. I said that on Onto Show, and I said on Unfazed. I said the case gonna be he don't have Diggs no more, he don't have all this help, blah blah. It's gonna be the case, and that's what they make it for him. But here's the interesting stat that nobody's talking about. you brought up the statistics. Like Lamar is blowing him out the water with all the statistics. I mean, almost every category he's killing Josh Allen. Josh Allen has one more win than him. That's it. Both of them are division winners. But did you notice teams that are in the playoffs right now, playoff picture? Lamar Jackson are 7-2 with wins against the Texans, the Steelers, the Chargers, the my handwriting is terrible. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Commanders, the Bills. I can't even think of the last one. I don't know who the last one is. Help me out, Carl, in the comments.
I think it's the Eagles. Oh wait, they lost to the Eagles. My bad. My bad. Keep going. My bad. Keep going. I forgot. It slipped out. My bad. Go ahead.
Did I put the Chargers? It's the Chargers. No, I said the Chargers. It's all the D. I'm tripping. But and they 2 losses, Eagles and Chiefs. So they are 7-2 against playoff teams. I said the Bucks. They play 9 playoff teams, AJ, and they're 7-2, including the Bills, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Broncos. Thank you. The Broncos. I put them right. Broncos. The Bills. They 2-3. 2-3. But they hanging on those 2 and 3 teams. 7-2 days. Hanging on those 2 and 3 teams. The Chiefs and the Lions. That's what they beat. The 2 best teams in both conferences. Oh, they lost to the Steelers. You're right, Dave. You're right. But they lost to the Ravens, the Texans, right? And the Rams. And the Ravens and the Texans are 2 of the worst games I've seen him play all year. Against the Texans, he had the worst completion percentage for any quarterback with 30 attempts or more.
It was a horrible game.
They put the game in his hands at the end of the game, and he threw 3 straight bombs. Like, it was crazy from the 1-yard line. It's crazy. And then against the Ravens, when it was MVP talks about both of them, he had a great start. Remember, he blew out the car. He beat the Cardinals, blew out the Jaguars, blew out another team. He goes to Baltimore, and Lamar just killed him, bro.
Yep.
So it's definitely Lamar Jackson, but here's the thing. It's a narrative award. He's going to get it. I call this the Joel Embiid MVP. When Joel Embiid won MVP, it was a sympathy award. Jokic clearly had a better year, but he won it 2 times already. He didn't win the NBA championship. They say, nah, bro, we're not giving it to you again until you win the championship. We're going to give it to Embiid. And they gave it to Embiid. And what happened to Jokic that year? Won a championship. I remember Giannis won 2 straight. The 3rd time, nah, bro, you got to get a championship. Okay, he didn't win it. What did he do? Win the championship. So Lamar Jackson, same thing. He should have won unanimous last year, but somebody voted for Josh Allen for some reason, which is crazy. But anyways, he won 2 MVPs. And after winning his MVP, everybody keeps saying Lamar won last year because he had a better stats. He won because there wasn't not one guy who won a step forward. Not one guy. First, it was Jalen Hurts, and it was Brock Purdy right there. And then Brock Purdy beat Jalen Hurts. Then Brock Purdy took over. No, it was Dak. And then Dak just couldn't beat no good teams. The matchup matters. Like, Dak had the stats, but he didn't have the matchups.
And then Lamar and them smoked Brock Purdy. That's what really did it.
On prime time. Smoked Brock Purdy. Smoked the Lions that year. Mm-hmm. And then put up 60 on the Dolphins on this last game. Yeah. Put up 60. So that's why Lamar won, because he stood out in all the big matchups. Josh Allen, he's living off the Chiefs and the Lions game. He really is. I give him props, though. He made the game-winning play against the Chiefs. He ran that long touchdown. He won that. And against the Lions, I mean, they kicked the onside kick with 12 minutes left because of Josh Allen. So I got to give him props for that. But he also lost three teams. Come on, bro. He had a losing record against playoff teams. Losing record. So they only giving it to Josh Allen because it's a sympathy award. Like Carl said. It's a sympathy award. It's why LJ was created. I get it now. I'm not part of the group, but I get why it's created now. They literally, wow, that's the best quarterback in the league. How, Sway? Like, he beat the Chiefs every year in the regular season and lose in the playoffs. So, and then he talk about the help. Do you know that going his running back Cooks? He nice if he get the
He is
ball more.
nice. Yep.
And I think he lead the league in rushing touchdowns. This is crazy. Right? They
Mhm.
got Amari Cooper. They're more received. They've been crying for it. Oh, he ain't got no help. They went and got him help. Went and got Amari Cooper. And the defense been playing well. Not lately. Lately they've been slumming. But I think it's Lamar Jackson, but they're going to give it to Josh Allen.
Which is trash, bro. Which is trash, bro. Like, and I understand it. Like you said, it is all about the narratives. It is all about the storylines. But he simply has not been better, bro. He simply ain't been better, bro. Eye test wise, he has those couple moments, bro. But like you said, two of the biggest games of the year, man, he was terrible in. Lamar ain't been flawless either. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't look great against the Steelers in that first game. He didn't look great against us. You know what I mean? But the biggest games of the year, and he playing in a tougher division, bro. That's something else that's got to be talked about. Like, the Bengals are a tough team to get out right now. They still fighting for playoff seeding, right? Or they still fighting to get in right now. They're a tough team to beat because Burrow on the other side putting up points. And we saw that game when they matched up against the Bengals in the second game. Him and Jamar Chase was just going cool. I think that was the two biggest games Jamar Chase had all season. Crazy. Just going absolutely crazy. So Lamar had to match that on the other end. And then you got Pittsburgh, a team that was winning the division for a while, and apparently Lamar's kryptonite. Lamar always seems to struggle with the Steelers, but then he stomped them out. What was it, Christmas Day? Mm-hmm. So he's competing and beating better competition than Josh Allen is on a consistent basis this year. So I agree with you. They probably will give it to him, bro, off of sympathy. I'll say this to Ravens fans. Again, I hate saying stuff like this after going back and forth with Ravens fans today. But I will say this. If anything, if I'm a Ravens fan, I would want Josh Allen to have the MVP. Or I would want Saquon Barkley to have the MVP. Or I would want Joe Burrow to have the MVP. Because that stat out there that says, you know, a quarterback or the MVP has not won the Super Bowl in X amount of time. I know Patrick Mahomes debunked that in 2022, but that's a real thing, bro. Like, no MVP has won the Super Bowl, won MVP and the Super Bowl within the same season since like 2000. It was like Kurt Warner or something like that. I forgot who the team was.
Kurt Warner.
But it's like that was a real thing until Pat did what he did in 2022. But it happened once in 23 years, 24 years. So the team with the MVP tends to lose even before the Super Bowl at times. Like, so if I'm a Ravens fan, I'm like, yeah, hey, tell Josh he can have it. Tell Josh, maybe Lamar not getting it gives him enough motivation to go and dominate through the playoffs. Who knows? Who knows?
Right, Matt Ryan won MVP, and then he got there and lost.
Mm-hmm.
He lost to Brady, so they don't win. But man, like Lamar, like the man won MVP and came out and had his best season. Like, what is Josh Allen doing this year? That's historic. Lamar has the second highest passing rating in NFL history, AJ. The second highest. We talking about a guy who you've been, not you, trying to media. You've been criticized